Thank you, sir. Ooh, I have black daughters too.
Don't make me wait, no, don't you? Just say you will come through and chill.
What up, y'all? I just wanna rock. Okay. Hi, y'all. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Taryn, or you could call me T. And this is my first video. Well, first video that's being posted, because as a child, I was embarrassing myself making YouTube videos and thinking I was that girl when, okay, as a kid, I was that girl. But you know how y'all used to be when you were a kid and you would be making your little YouTube videos and you was like, oh, I'm about to blow up. Yeah, that wasn't me. But I wanted to start off with a song for the day that I've been listening to literally like a lot today. And honestly, in the comments, see if you could guess what the name of the song is without looking up the lyrics, because I know some of y'all are cheaters. So let me get this song. Hold up. And I know y'all gonna know this song, because honestly, it's been popping. It's been popping. But if y'all don't know it, get into it. I'm gonna give y'all a hint though. It's ratchet. Ratchet. R to the A to the C, H-E-T. Ratchet. So let's see if y'all can guess. Okay. So y'all let me know if you know what song that is without looking up the lyrics and who is singing it. Which I already know y'all know that part, but I really want to know if y'all know what this song is. And if you do, we best friends. And you know what? I love me some Sexy Red too. I did say the name, but we all knew it was sexy. Big sexy, big sexy. Remember to stay hydrated. But anyways, let me get into the video. So a few things about myself is that, one, my name is Taryn. I did mention that earlier in the video. You can either call me T or honestly whatever you want. Okay, maybe not whatever, because you know people be out here being weird, but T or Taryn suffices. I attend the University of Southern California. I'm a freshman studying business administration. I'm originally from Cleveland, but after I graduated high school, I moved out to the Bay. So big Bay, but still Cleveland. We still repping Cleveland though, okay? Okay, well maybe not too much. But if you're from Cleveland or Ohio, we like this, okay? Yeah, I feel, oh, and I'm 18 years old. My birthday is November 24th, big Sag. So y'all already know how that go, okay? But yeah, so that was just a couple things about myself. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm not gonna say I'm an open book. Like, I'm not about to sit here and tell you. Well, just feel free to ask me whatever questions y'all have, and I will definitely answer them, or maybe even make a video about it. The video, the real content, the real tea, the reason y'all are here, I actually have a story time for y'all. So let's get into this story time. Story time. Story time. If y'all know what that's from, we all know it's from TikTok. But yes, this story time is about to be about the time that me and my homegirl, well actually me and a snake if we're being honest, but me and my homegirl got lost in Montreal, Canada. Mind you, I'm from Cleveland. We're talking about and at the time I think I was maybe like 13-year-olds getting lost in another country. Let's get into the story time. Okay, so to give a little context, I took French as a 7th grader and 8th grader. And I mean, y'all could do the math. However old I was in 7th grade, that's when that happened. So our school required us to take a language during middle school. I don't know if all schools did that, but I know my school did. And I chose to take French. So this particular year, they were offering a program where you could go on a trip to Montreal if you were able to pass the class. And I think it was during, I think it could have been during spring break, because it was still a little bit cold, but not to the point where it was like a winter trip or a summer trip. Because I don't think, but it can make sense for it to be a summer trip. Well, whatever the case may be, it was outside. Was it outside? It was during a time where we were still in school, but like not really. Or it could have been. Okay, let me get past that. Let's be for real. I don't even know when it was, but all I know it was a school organized trip. We all had to get our passports to go. We were on this bus and everything. So to start off the story, we were. Child, how do I even get into this? So I had my little group of friends that I had went on this, field trip with. And mind you, this is like an overnight field trip. So we're there for maybe like 3 days. I would give it like 2 nights, 3 days, or 3 nights, 4 days. But it was like a pretty extended amount of time for you to be outside of where you're from. This is me while I'm editing the video, and I'm so sorry for that noise that's going on in the back. I live on USC's campus, and it is notoriously loud. You probably hear it right now. And then there's a fan going on in the background. So I apologize. Hope that didn't interrupt the story time, but yep, keep watching. So we had took a bus there, and I had my little group of friends with me. And mind you, this trip, when we got there, we actually had like a tour guide that stayed with us for pretty much the entirety of the trip. But mind you, it was only one. But they did have parents come along to like chaperone. Because let's be for real, like who really gonna let 13-year-olds with literally, it was maybe like 100 something of us, and it's only one French teacher. Well, actually it was 2, but one of them was pregnant, so she didn't go. Y'all know how them teachers be getting pregnant all the time, but we're not even gonna get into that. But basically, you cannot keep track of all them kids being one French teacher. And that's for another story, but my French teacher was not, listen, she just was not fully there. I'm not diagnosing nothing, but she for damn sure could not keep up with no 100 something kids. Basically, it was 4 of us that were in like, the little group that you be forming when you going on the little school trips. And we're out. I can't remember exactly what parts of Montreal, but we were in some sort of like shopping district. And if I'm being honest, it was very like mixed. Like some people spoke English, some people spoke French, some people were bilingual. Like I can't really tell you how many, because I didn't speak to that many people outside of my group, but I do know that it was pretty like mixed. Like if I asked somebody a question, most of the time they would be able to answer it, but also I wasn't frequently asking questions. So we were in a shopping district, and it was originally the 4 of us. And at this time, I don't know what was going on in my mind. My mom probably did tell me, but let me tell y'all, if you ever get into this situation, if you come with 4 people, leave with 4 people. If you literally are in a group of people and you go somewhere, that's like going to a party. You leave with who you came with. You come in with who you came with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should not split up. But in my 13-year-old mind, I know how to navigate Montreal. Girl, I do not know how to navigate Montreal, but I thought I did, because I thought I was the best. I thought I knew everything. Know it all. Okay? But that definitely was not it, and somebody needed to clock my tea. That's all I gotta say. So, me and my friend, let's call her E. Me and my friend E, we wanted to go to this one shopping center, but the other 2 girls didn't. I'm not going to give them names because they're not very relevant to the story, but just know we split up. So they had ended up going somewhere else, but we all thought we was pretty much within the same area. Because honestly, you could think about it, if you are close to any downtown area or know what your city's downtown area looks like, it pretty much looked like that, and all of like the boutiques and stores were pretty close together. So, we had ended up splitting up, but while we were looking around at stuff, me and E had went into the sunglass store. And our other two homegirls had came in there and was like looking around with us, all this, all that. But then they had ended up leaving. So I remember we was looking for sunglasses, but the lady who was at the front counter was kind of getting a little bit rude. She was like, well, do y'all know what you're looking for? Like, mind you, okay, I can understand if 13-year-olds are coming into your place of establishment and we apparently look 13. If I could find a picture of what I look like, I would insert it. I'm not even finna do myself like that. Just know I was busted and disgusted. But, like, apparently look 13. I guess I would be suspicious too. But a customer is a customer at the end of the day. And my whole thing is, you don't gotta keep asking us, are we doing okay? Are we doing okay? Because to me, that feels like you're assuming that I'm stealing. Which I'm not. Okay? I was raised better than that. Now, if you at Walmart, obviously it's buy one, get one free. Or buy three, get it all free. But it wasn't Walmart. You know, I had some decorum. Let me stop, because I do not be... Listen. But anyways, I didn't like that. So me and E had basically ended up leaving. We were like, okay, whatever. So we're going back into the other stores that we had seen our friends go into. And at this point, I don't know if location services were around on your phone. Or if they were, I didn't know how to access it. She didn't know how to access it. And if we did have it, it's not like we shared it. Which was dumb. But listen, 13-year-olds don't be thinking. Like, we just do whatever. We had went around the stores that was in the area looking for them. And literally, we could not find them. So we're like, oh shit. So us being the people we are, we're like, okay, well, we have to find our friends because this could be bad. Like, you know, we don't know where we're with. We're trying to call their phone. They're not answering. So we're like, okay. So mind you, like I said, we're kind of in like a downtown area. And I can understand everybody's downtowns are different. But this one, or like they can be the same in the States, but this one was like, it was confusing. Like, literally, we had tried to go back a certain way to see if we could get to where the main group of people are, but we could not find it. And that was just crazy. So basically, we were walking all around. I would say, I hope I'm not over exaggerating nothing, because I could be the type to over exaggerate, but if I could fully remember, I think we were walking around at least for a good 15 to 20 minutes looking. So we're kind of starting to get nervous. We don't have the tour guide's number. We don't have our teacher's numbers. Our friends are not answering. So we're like, okay, well, we know we were in this specific spot. So I had just put on my phone, like we had both looked up on our phone through the Apple Maps or Google Maps, whatever you want to call it. We had looked up a shared location that we knew they were at. And because we do remember them saying, okay, at a certain time, we're going to meet up here, here, and here. So we're like, okay, if anything, since we can't find our friends, maybe they went back, maybe their phones died, you know, you never know. And I don't think anybody thought to bring a portable charger. And we would just pray that they knew where they were going. So we was like, okay, let's try to get back to this spot. So you know how you could change the setting on your phone from like drive to walk to transit to bicycling? Like, it will pretty much change up the route because depending on what you're in. So we had changed it to walk. So it had basically said it was going to be a 20-minute walk back to where we were. Mind you, it took no less than 10 minutes to get to those shopping areas where it was a whole bunch of students looking through the shopping areas. But as soon as we're done shopping, nobody's there. Like, what is that? But that's neither here nor there. So I'm just like, okay, E is starting to get a little bit nervous. She's starting to like freak out, like, oh my God, Taryn, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I'm kind of just like, okay, calm down, you know, calm down a little bit. We'll be fine. Let's just follow these maps. So, because in my opinion, you can't be getting all spastic like that. Because if you do, you're literally going to have a freaking breakdown in the middle of Montreal. Would you rather have a breakdown in Montreal and then be snatched up? Or try to find your way back and then be snatched up? I don't know. I'd rather take my chances finding my way and being snatched up than just having a full-blown breakdown. Because at least I'm putting in some at least I'm putting in some oomph to try to get back to where I'm going. So we start walking and everything's all going cool, smooth. we're kind of getting a little bit confused because you know how the maps can be. You could turn this way, then your phone will turn you this way, and then the button was, or not the button, but the little like blue icon that you're following on the thing will end up turning a different way if you accidentally take like a wrong step. It was just all the way confusing. And mind you, at this point, I don't even know what iPhone was out, but do the math. I'm about to be 19 years old and I was like 12 or 13. So obviously iPhone has evolved, maps has evolved, so it was very like janky. So long story short, we end up getting out onto the street, like onto like the main inner city street. So we're walking, we finally get a hold of the tour guide, like a number on the tour guide, because we had to call like a help hotline. So we're on the phone with him, and I remember us standing at the corner of an intersection next to like this low-key bougie McDonald's, but in a bad area, which I ain't never seen nothing like that before. But props to you, Montreal, because the bougie McDonald's, maybe we should have went in there instead of standing at the corner, but I don't know, I didn't think to do that at the time. So mind you, E is like, we need to call our parents, but I'm thinking in my head, girl, what is our parents gonna do? They're all the way back in Ohio. We're in Montreal. Like, are they gonna come get us? And again, location services was like, I don't think it was a thing at that point. So they really, even if they tried to come and get us, could not come and get us. And if we can't describe accurately where we're at, it's gonna be no good to nobody. So I finally was able to get a hold of the tour guide, and I'm on the phone. I'm like, sir, like, I'm sorry, but we're lost. And they're like, yeah, we've been trying to look for you. Like, where you at? What street are you on? So luckily I was smart enough. E was over there having her little panic attack, but luckily I was smart enough to actually look, not be, and not to say to discredit her panicking, because I mean, that's a stressful situation for a 13-year-old to be in. But like I said, I wasn't trying to get snatched up right then and there like that. So I had to take charge. So I'm looking at my surroundings. And mind you, if you've ever been in LA and you've been like to the Hollywood Walk of Fame or the Boardwalk, whatever it's called, Hollywood Boulevard, I don't know. I'm not native, but I just got here and I know what that looked like. But that's kind of what it was giving off. Like, as many people as there were on that walk, crazies, normals, and tourists, that's what it was giving. But I didn't want to talk to nobody and ask like, hey, I don't know where I'm at, because I felt like that would be an advantage for you to take. Basically, you would take advantage of a kid. So I was like, no. So I was able to get on the phone with the tour guide. He was trying to direct us to where we were, and he had basically like dropped this certain type of location of where they actually were. Whole time, y'all, we did not even put down the right like building that we thought we were next to when we were all in the meeting spot. We were like so far from that. But this is where the story gets interesting. So it's this man, he looks homeless, I'm not gonna lie, but he's standing like right next to E on the corner, and he was like, are you guys lost? And then I am the type of person where I'll look at you and I'll kind of like start nervous laughing. But mind you, E is already panicking, so it's not good. He was like, oh, well, y'all's hair is really nice. Thank you, sir. Ooh, I have black daughters too.
Oh, you want to get fucked up? You want to get... What is you doing?
Mind you, this is a white man. A white man saying this, if y'all couldn't figure that out from now. Yeah, their hair is so... Can I touch it? So luckily, I was still on the phone with the tourist guide, and I was like, oh, heck no. So right when that board... God knew. Because when that walk turned to like the little walkie part, like when you're crossing the crosswalk, turn to where you could walk, man, I grabbed E and we booted out that thing. So we going, I got the location, we're getting back. Mind you, from the intersection that we was at, it was maybe like a 5-minute walk. But luckily the man didn't end up moving across the crosswalk, because it was getting weird. Like, why are you about to reach your hand out to me? Like, boy, don't do that. Do not do that. That was just so creepy. So basically, to get to the end of the story, we had ended up making it back to where we were. And of course, we saw our two friends that basically left us without saying anything. They were saying stuff like, oh, well, we went back in the shop to try to find you. You guys weren't there. Blah, blah, blah. We had looked at the other stores. We had asked the people in there. And we're kind of just like, how do you walk off and not say nothing? Like, we knew you were in this store. And if you know we're in this store, why would you leave? But that's neither here nor there. It could have been the case of where we was walking in the store while they was trying to walk in the other store. But the shops were close together, so I don't see how we could have passed each other. Their phones weren't dead, so I don't know why when we were trying to call, they weren't answering. But to be honest, I'm glad that that was like low-key the ending of the trip. Because if you think about it, me telling this story now is more funny, but in the moment it was very like traumatizing, because mind you, I had never been away from home, and not that far, especially by myself without like my actual parents. And I felt like the adult supervisors that were there were not even doing their job the right way. But that's a whole nother story time on one of the girls that I was with. But we got back safe. Nobody got kidnapped. Don't know what happened to that white man that was trying to touch our hair, but honestly, I really don't care either. But yeah, that is basically the end of the story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure that you like the video. Comment if you have any questions or anything you would like me to do in the next video or in the future. And make sure to follow all my social medias in the description box below. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.